Here's an example for the section 9.4 homework where you're looking at paired data. So let's open this in StatCrunch. And the first thing you have to do is find this difference D. So the way I would do this is I would go to Stat, Data, Compute, Expression. So you want to build an expression and you're going to take the difference between X and Y. So double click on X, put a minus sign in up here, double click on Y, and click that that's okay. This will be listed for all of those values in a column, so let's call this differences and compute. Now you have all of the differences. The next thing they're going to ask for is the mean difference, and this is how you would do it by hand, but we can do it in StatCrunch. We'll go to Stat, Summary Stats, Column. We'll pick Differences. I think they're going to ask for the standard deviation too, so we can do mean and standard mean and standard deviation. I did that on my Mac. You have to hold down the command button while you pick the second one. Compute. So we get the mean is 0.125 and the standard deviation is 3.226. Let's see. We have here, after doing all of that. So we got the mean difference is 0.125, and the mean standard deviation is, that's the variance, standard deviation squared, is approximately 3.227. Rounded, that's 3.227. Okay, so the next thing they've asked for in this problem is the test statistic. So we'd go over here to Stat, T-stats, Paired. And you're going to select your variables, column X, variables in Y, and do this hypothesis test. And you get your T-statistic as 0.10957, which is about 0.11 when you round it up. Next, you have to find the critical value, and I use the table for this. So you have 7 degrees of freedom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 observations. Degrees of freedom is n-1, so we have 7. We have a 0.05 significance level, and it's a two-tailed test. So you look at the critical values for the student's t-distribution, look at two-tailed, across the top find 0.05, follow it down to 7 degrees of freedom, and we get 2.365, which is what this number is right here. So all set.